Hey guys, Sean here from Innovate Salon Academy. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, I'm gonna be showing you guys a quick, easy, efficient way to create beautiful, multi-dimensional hair color without all the fuss. This technique can be used on blondes, brunettes, redheads, very universal. Today, we're gonna be doing a redhead. It's gonna be fun. Let's get into it. Today we're going to be using vertical lines to create a beautiful, seamless, multi-dimensional hair color. Again, super easy. You could do this with permanent color, demi-permanent color, and any tones. The grids up here you could see are just basic triangles to create prisms and to really kind of create seamlessness and interlock kind of everything together. We're going to be using one universal base throughout the entire head. You can see as we go through, there's no particular pattern. We're just going to be alternating 3 different shades as we go through. The only thing you really want to be careful of is when you get into the hairline and into the front of the mannequin, just want to make sure and be conscious of what colors that you're putting in through the hairline to make sure that if you're using a bright red or something like that, that they don't end up in an unwanted location. So that's about it. Let's get into it and have some fun. So we're going to go through, we're just going to basically apply her root for about the first inch. Again, this is totally customizable, so depending how much root you want, you can absolutely make this your own. So we're just gonna go in, we're gonna apply about 1 inch of base just to keep the entire color uniform. So the base will be nice and uniform, and then the dimensional end up coming out or coming through after the base. Today we're using Pulp Riot Faction 8. On the base, we're using a 5.8 and a 5.6, which is basically level 5 brown red. We'll keep the base a little more neutral, a little deeper. So now that we have her base applied, we are gonna go into basically our color technique. On her base, we did 5.8 and 5.6. We are also gonna utilize that in one of our panels. Next color we have is a 4.6.6, which is a level 4 double red. So it should give us some nice vibrancy, but still nice and deep. Our third formula is basically going to be a 6.3.4 and a 6.4, which will give us a nice golden copper color. So as we're going through, you'll see kind of how I alternate these so that her hairline does not all end up the same color. Only other tip I have for you is to utilize similar shades. I generally stay within 2.5 to 3 levels. You don't want to do one so bright and then one so deep to really create that seamlessness. So let's jump in. We're going to section her off in the front and back, and we're going to be starting in her back today. And as we go through here, we're not gonna be sectioning off these individually. We're gonna be picking up the sections and alternating as we run through it. I am gonna utilize a color board, just makes it easy, clean. And so again, as we run through here, we already have her universal base on. Just alternating sections here. You don't have to worry too much about the sections combining together as long as you keep them nice and as isolated as possible. And then we're gonna jump into the next section. And again, this is red, so as we said, on her hairline, we want to make sure that we're just conscious. So this is the brightest of the colors, so we're gonna take a little bit of a smaller section, as this is gonna be right over her ear. And then we're just gonna continue on. So on this top section around the crown, we're gonna shrink our sections a little bit, so we don't want them getting too big and bulky. And just like around the hairline, we do wanna be a little more cautious in particular with what we're putting on each of these and where. And again, just keeping them small so that we don't have any big chunks of block color that are unwanted or too bright or too dark. Again, as we get into the hairline, we just want to be cautious of what we're putting where. So we switch it up. So that bottom section was our first formula. We're starting again with our first formula back here, just because I want to end up with our third formula. We are switching up a little bit of our sections here. We're not going so much 1, 2, 3 here because I want to be deliberate with what I'm putting around her face. So that first section all the way underneath of here was a darker color. Second color that was around her face was our third shade, which is that copper color. And then we're gonna end off here with a red. So now we put all 3 of these tones around her face. Again, the first section was very small, and you'll see this last section is going to be very small. And because we started her base off, and her base is the same universal throughout, that's what's going to help to create that seamlessness. So on this side, we're going to start same as the other side. So we're starting back with Formula 1. As you said before, we started with 1 on the hairline. We're jumping around a little bit here, again, depending what I want. So our color technique is done. Just gonna process for 30 minutes. We'll wash and blow her out so you guys can see the final result. Welcome back. Our model has processed and she is ready to see the final product. We're gonna blow dry her and let you guys see what we accomplished today. And there you have it. Exaggerated the colors a little bit, but again, soft, seamless. If she's a little too bright, you could tone the colors down. All right, thank you guys for joining us. There you have it, our finished product. I hope you guys like it, learn some, take some, leave some, but thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.